Precision and craftsmanship have always been at the core of Japanese culture. From the days of the samurai to today's high-tech electronics and cars, this unwavering commitment to excellence has defined Japanese industries for centuries. The Japanese are known for producing reliable and durable products that incorporate advanced technology and efficient design. Japanese watchmakers bring this legacy to life, combining heritage with modern technology to produce watches that are both precise and built to last. Today we are taking a look at the Classic Field by Japanese microbrand Karl-Leimon. A watch that I can best describe as a dressy field watch, as it manages to combine the refined style of a dress watch with the durable features you'd expect from a field watch. Full disclosure, I received this watch from the company free of charge for the purpose of making this video, and I do get to keep it. Keep that in mind as you watch this video. With that said, my goal is always to give you guys a fair assessment of any watch I review, no matter how I acquired it. The Classic Field comes in 3 colors, black, blue and green, and in 2 different dial variants. One with all printed markers, and one with applied indices. All options cost $550 with free DHL delivery worldwide. Let's take a look at the box that is going to take up some of your closet space. A black branded outer cardboard box with a collapsible wall reveals the box that holds the watch. Another black branded box with faux white leather interior. You also get a paper instruction leaflet and a plastic 2 years international warranty card. Here are the measurements. The width of the case is 38mm, but if you measure the bezel itself, you'll find that it is a tad smaller at 37mm. Its thickness is only 9.5mm thanks to a slim automatic movement. The distance between the lugs if you fancy a strap change is 20mm. Lug tip to lug tip is 45.5mm, and the watch weighs 70 grams. Water resistance is 100 meters. The beautiful blue dial doesn't only have a nice sunburst effect that makes it pop, but also a subtle fumey effect, where the edges of the dial are darker than its center. A white minute track adorns the edge of the dial, with large boxed lume plots on the 5-minute marks. After that we have a set of applied hour markers, highly polished and filled with lume. 12, 3, 6 and 9 Arabic numerals, and rectangle indices everywhere else. There's no date complication on the dial, but we do find some white ink printings. The brand's logo and name under the 12 o'clock index, with the model's name in cursive font directly below those. Automatic, 100 meters, 330 feet above the 6, and Japan made on both sides of the 30 minutes mark. The hands are syringe styled, flat and highly polished, with plenty of lume on the centers of the hour and minute hands. Karl-Leimon don't state which lume compound they use on the Classic Field, but it shines in an icy blue glow very similar to BGW9 Super Luminova. It is nice and evenly applied on the hands and dial markers, and is still visible after a couple of hours. It is worth noting that the hands do fade out before the indices. Covering the dial is a flat piece of scratch-resistant sapphire crystal, with some clear anti-reflective coating applied for increased visibility. The case is made of 316L stainless steel, and the reason I decided to start this video by talking about Japanese tradition of excellence is that it is finished beautifully. The bezel alone is a masterpiece. It has a flat top treated to a brushed finish, a beveled edge and straight sides that are highly polished on top lugs, and satin brushing done to the sides of the case. It's a very thin case, and the lugs curve down dramatically to meet your wrist. The crown at the 3 o'clock position screws down into place, is nice and grippy, and signed with the brand's logo on its polished top. There's nothing too interesting going on around the back. We have a screw-down case back with radial brushing, with some of the watch's specs engraved around its edge. The secret behind the Classic Field being this slim is an ultra-thin Miyota 9039 movement. This is a premium automatic movement made in Japan by Citizen's subsidiary. It sports 24 joules and beats at a high bitrate of 28,800 beats per hour. This gives the seconds hand that super smooth sweep of 8 ticks per second. It is a no-date, time-only hacking and hand-winding movement, with 42 hours of power reserve, a Parashock shock protection system, and a stated accuracy of -10 to +30 seconds per day. The strap is made of rubber, and it is nice and pleasant to the touch. It is designed to fit perfectly into the case, which is an interesting choice we don't see that many brands do. It doesn't feature quick-release spring bars, which is a shame, because it means you are going to have to pry at it with tools to get it off, which can potentially scratch the back of the lugs. It does feature a very nice mixed finish stainless steel buckle, signed with the brand's logo. On my 7-inch wrist, the Classic Field wears a treat. I think it is going to wear just as nice on smaller and larger wrists too, thanks to a few elements. First of all, it is a 38mm watch, which is a versatile size to begin with. It has that slightly smaller 37mm bezel that makes it appear smaller, and the 45.5mm of lug-to-lug distance. These measurements are going to cater for smaller wrists. Larger wrists are going to love it too. Firstly, because of the integrated strap that flares out of the case and makes it appear larger, and secondly because of the relatively large dial that takes up most of the real estate. It is a comfortable watch to wear, super slim for an automatic watch. The curvature of the lugs and strap make it hug your wrist extremely well. Changing the strap on this one really changes its character. Here are a couple of different options that I think work well. Pros and cons time, cons first. The only gripe I have with this watch when it comes to the design is that the branding on the dial is a bit much, and it has a Calvin Klein vibe to it. It's not a deal breaker for me, but it needs to be said. A choice of a stainless steel bracelet would also be a nice addition. Now, on a channel dedicated to affordable watches, the $550 price tag could be considered steep. But if you haven't tuned out the moment you heard me mention the price, I would like to defend it, as I do deem it a worthy watch. It's not every day you come across a dressy field watch that merges a polished look with the durability of a classic field watch. As a collector of field watches, it's nice to have something that is dressier by nature, but also ticks all the boxes for a field watch. They might call it the Classic Field, but I would rather call it the Classy Field. I wouldn't say it has classic field watch aesthetics of a Hamilton khaki field or a CWC G10, but it rather gives out classier vibes like a Rolex Explorer or a Patek Philippe Aquanaut. Perhaps when you consider this, then the price seems more reasonable. It's a great package overall. You get a truly beautifully crafted stainless steel case, a gorgeous blue dial, a sapphire crystal, good lume, a decent strap, and 100 meters of water resistance with both a screw-down crown and a screw-down case back. It's a watch that looks great on wrist, a true geta watch that you can wear wherever you go and whatever you do. Whether or not it's worth your $550 of hard-earned dollars is totally up to you. It sure has its competition cut out for it at this price bracket, especially for an obscured brand. Let me know what you guys think about the Karl-Leimon Classic Field down in the comments below. You'll find a link to the watch in the description of this video. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up, subscribe to my affordable watch collection, and hit the notification bell for more affordable watches related content. If you've enjoyed this video, you might enjoy one of these too as well. I want to thank Karl-Leimon for sending this watch in for review, and to thank you all very much for watching, and I will see you next time.